Suppliers in this market will supply more if the price is higher, right? So growers of oranges, if the prices of oranges were higher, it pencils out for them to plant more trees and supply more oranges to this market. They also can supply more to the market, or would be willing to, I should say, if their ability to bring that supply increases, i.e. through productive capacity or technological innovation. They would supply less to the market, though, if their cost structure were higher. It's because things don't pencil out to supply as much, right, if their cost structure is higher. Okay, these characteristics imply that we'll have a gently upward sloping, positively sloped supply curve. And we'll get to the graphs in a minute. Now, demand, we have some sort of similar kinds of characteristics on the demand side. Buyers buy less if the market price rises, right? The goods or services they're buying, or the oranges, are more expensive, so they'll buy less. They'll buy more if their wealth increases. They'll buy more if their current income increases. They'll buy less if the cost of a complement rises, right? Because they consume oranges with a complement. I don't know what that would be. Peanut butter, I guess. Maybe not. Anyway, if the price of a complement rises, so they pull back on consumption of the complement, they would pull back on the consumption of oranges as well. And they buy more if the cost of a substitute rises, because then they would just switch out of oranges into the substitute. These characteristics imply, there's a typographical error here, a downward sloping demand curve. Okay. All right, so what is equilibrium? It's where supply equals demand. Everybody's probably heard this, but that's not all. Just a little added thing here that's intuitive, I think. There's a price in the market that's consistent with the quantity being supplied as well as the quantity being demanded. So those things help us draw a chart like this. Probably everybody's seen this chart. I've got oranges there on the vertical axis, the prices, on the horizontal axis, the quantity. I've got a supply curve, upward sloping like we said. I've got a demand curve. After I fixed it, we said it was downward sloping. We put, for the P, for the horizontal line there, over to P star. It's common in economics to put a star where it's the equilibrium, and then also from where the lines cross down to Q star, again, it's common notation to use a star for equilibrium, and some little blurbs there about the P star being the price where the demand equals supply, and the Q star being where the amount being demanded is equal to the amount being supplied.